Okay, this is a really big idea that you can accomplish all on your own. Every business, big and small, is always trying to spend their budget wisely while still doing all they can to stay relevant and attract new clients. And one of the best things you can do to get great results with minimal investment is to recycle and repurpose your existing video content. Now, I know some of you might think this doesn't apply to you. Maybe you're at the beginning of your video content creation journey. It's a very exciting time rolling out new videos and content every week or maybe even every day. But as time goes by, chances are you will eventually run out of refreshing ideas, or your marketing budget could tighten up, or your video content just gets old and needs updating, or you're just short of time. It happens. So when you've reached that point, you too should consider repurposing content. And I'm going to share with you today several ways that you can approach this. For those who don't know, repurposing content simply means finding new ways to recycle your existing content, and it has a number of benefits. You can reach a new audience. You get to dust off those forgotten tales. And you're making the most of your efforts. Repurposing content ensures that users who missed your epic video the first time around have another chance at seeing it. It's a second chance at content promotion. Now, a few words of caution before we really dive in. You should only repurpose content that's evergreen. By evergreen, I mean content that continues to be valuable and relevant even many months or years later. Not every video can be recycled and repurposed, so you need to ask yourself about your target audience and the desired achievements before revamping your video content. Another thing you'll want to consider is that videos are not limited to YouTube or Vimeo or other platforms. They can also be repurposed into different formats for more solid branding. More on that coming up. Finally, know where to look for content that deserves renewing. I would suggest recycling evergreen content in order to stay relevant and using some of your most popular videos to ensure lots of traffic and engagement. I'm not going to cover using old video to tell an updated version of your company's story because you've probably already come up with that idea on your own. And I recommend using archival footage for that very purpose, but I think I've got a few ideas that are outside the box that I want to share with you today. So without further ado, here are the 5 ways to repurpose, refresh, or renew your video library. Number 1, give that video content a written or even infographic rehaul. Create a blog post based on the video transcript. The greatest advantage of doing this is that you have a lot more room to explain the information in depth. You can transcribe it yourself or hire an intern or outsource that task to someone. The most engaging videos are usually under 2 minutes, so based on your most popular 2-minute videos, write up about 2,500 words in a blog post to discuss the subject in greater detail, using stats, facts, figures, trends that you didn't have enough time to cover in the video, or that you may need to update in the text. Number 2, another great video you can recycle is a webinar or presentation. If you hosted an awesome webinar that had a lot of attendees, a few people still didn't get to see it. Months after the event, you may have new website visitors and leads who don't even know what they missed out on in the first place. Don't let that go to waste. Convert that webinar into a YouTube video and your great content will live on forever. These can also be great assets to your website. Number 3, turn that video into a podcast. I've been a huge fan of podcasts even before I got Apple CarPlay in my Jeep. Both my wife and I have several podcasts we listen to regularly. It's an easy way to make that in-between time more productive, whether communicating or traveling or doing chores or exercising. Now listen, podcasts are the real deal, and more people are listening to podcasts every year. And according to Nielsen's latest polling, 16 million people in the U.S. are avid podcast fans. The cool thing about having a podcast is that you reach a larger audience. Podcasts are everywhere, on smartphones, tablets, iWatches, smart cars, and more. You don't have to watch to get the information. Now, obviously, not every video is going to be suited for a podcast. In fact, many won't. But interviews, presentations, and several other types of videos will easily transition to a listening audience. So if you have any good interviews or educational videos, consider turning them into an iTunes podcast. The content can either be of the same length or edited to improve it, or simply altered to fit the new format. Number 4, develop closed captions and multilingual subtitles and then reshare it with your audience. 5% of the world's population, or around 360 million people, are deaf and hard of hearing. That number includes many YouTube users who are often blocked from fully experiencing videos because of a lack of captioning. And internal tests by Facebook have revealed that captioned videos see an increase of 12% in view time compared to non-captioned ones. And even though English is considered the business language for most markets, a whopping 60% of the YouTube audience is from non-English speaking countries. So personalizing your audience's experience with multilingual subtitles can be a great technique to increase traffic. By translating your video content into these languages that your audience speaks, you're able to boost the number of views, increase retention, watch time, and even search engine rankings. Number 5, use those bloopers for a fun behind-the-scenes reel. Staying sharp and professional to your audience is a fine idea, but who can resist a fun, friendly, and down-to-earth brand that can laugh at themselves? Instead of giving your funny moments of failure that unexciting place at the end of your long video, give them the whole stage with a single short blooper video. Behind the scenes are a fun way to humanize your brand and a great way to engage with your audience. And remember to use hashtags like #bloopers in the video description for better branding on social media. People really do search for those keywords and could easily get hooked with your brand just after seeing your bloopers. Recycling and repurposing video content is a great way to breathe new life into your old content. Save you money, drive more traffic, and engage your audience. Do you have any other methods you'd like to share for repurposing content? I hope you'll share them in the comments. Now, I've got one more bonus tip for you that I bet every business owner can use to repurpose existing content, even if you don't have any existing video content at all. But you'll have to visit me online for that bonus tip in the vlog post on this subject, which contains several helpful links and goes into each of these processes with a little more detail. Check it out now at chrisbrawley.com or big-studios.com.